I had to show these people kind of what we're working with.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. We're live, actually.
Oh, we are live.
Now we're live. Make sure you're talking into that sucker like I'm doing right here.
All right.
So, what a treat. Let me fix my shirt.
So are you looking at the viewfinder right there?
You can look wherever the HE double hockey stick you want to look. I always look at myself just because I'm vain. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're looking clean on set.
Well, they can hear that.
Yeah, they can hear that ASMR action. So explain, we'll tell these people. This is my little brother. Yeah. I have two little brothers. You are 2 years younger than me. Yep. Right?
You're 28, right?
So I'm 28, you're 26?
Yeah.
You got some clean action going on. I can't dig into the hot twin stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Cy. This is so unprofessional.
He ran off set.
Yeah. Can I have that Coke out there? I need something to drink.
Yeah, have a Coke and a smile.
Yeah. Seth.
Smile in the snitch.
All right. Thanks, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Behind the Glass. This is episode, I think, going to be 21, some crap like that. But this is my little brother, Seth Jackson.
Yeah.
You are finally on the show. We've had this show for, I don't know, it's been going on for a little while yet. We finally got you to come out.
Yeah.
Make sure you're talking into that thing. I'll turn up your...
Yeah, I'm trying to move it closer so I can...
Yeah. So, man, my God. You have this, everybody that seems to meet you seem to think that you've got this model thing kind of going. You've got this you don't look like me. What's going on with all that action?
I don't know. I think we all look really different. You know, people say that Silas looks like Corey. I don't really know if I agree with that. I think we all have our own thing going.
Yeah.
You have darker skin than the rest of us, though.
Yeah, man. Mom gave me the extra dose of chocolate for this family.
Yeah, the rest of us are just kind of, you know.
What's going on with that, Mom? You mixed up some milk and all that crap. You and Dad, like, Mom and Dad are your color, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we finally got you out on the show, and it's nice to have you. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is growing up, I had sports cars. I had 2 sports cars growing up.
Yeah.
Right now, you are the proud owner of what year is that car?
It's 2016, I believe, 2017.
2016 Dodge Challenger?
Yeah, Dodge Challenger Scatback.
Yeah. And right now, we've got snow, so you can't actually, I mean, you could drive it.
Yeah, we got snow this year, but it was like barely any compared to like last year, you know.
That's true. This year's been incredibly forgiving for all of us right now. I don't know what's going on with the wintertime, but we don't have a whole lot of snow, man.
It's global warming, maybe. I don't know. So
I want one of those cars at some point. Corey has one. You have one. Well, I don't know if I want one of those. I want
a Charger. Don't say it.
Nah, man.
Don't go Fast and Furious.
No, I don't want. Back when I had MySpace, I wanted a Charger. MySpace. To any of you guys, if I got to explain MySpace to you, rest in peace. I can't help you.
What are you even doing watching this show, right?
Yeah, go find another. No. Keep watching my show.
Yeah, never mind.
MySpace, on the background of my MySpace page, I had a Dodge Charger, and when you would click on the page, it would bring up T.I. music. Some kind of, I forget what the song was, but some kind of T.I. music. I don't know. It was pretty MySpace didn't last very long. But a little bit about yourself, man. Are you interested in doing any modeling?
You know, I don't know. I had a lot of people that after they viewed my Instagram and other stuff, they were like, oh, you should do, fitness modeling, or you should do something like that. I don't know about all that. What I would like to do actually is be like one of those guys that's like sponsored by Gymshark or sponsored by some other supplement company. And
oh, yeah, you work out a lot.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time in the gym these days.
Yeah. So since I think you're probably the only guest that I've had on the show who actually has an Instagram and stuff. Right?
Silas, I think he has one.
What?
I think he just got one.
Was that supposed to be hush hush?
I don't. Well, I think one of the girls he was talking to was on Instagram.
Okay, cool. It's not. I don't know why I'm making a big deal out of it.
Yeah, it's.
I'm about to get it for the show, but Plug your Instagram to these people, man,
You know
so
what?
they can go look you up.
I'm like, what the heck is my Instagram? I don't
Well,
even know
if
what
they
it is.
look up your name, Seth Jackson, would that bring it up?
Yeah, it might bring it up on Instagram. I think it's Sethifer Cloud, which was a nickname my best friend gave me. If anybody's curious, I didn't just assign myself that.
God, what does Dad think of that name? You know what Sethifer is.
Yeah, it's not good. Oh, there's my buddy John Dean on there. I used to train with this dude all the time. This guy's legit. He did all the powerlifting competitions and stuff. Can I show them this? Should I?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
I mean, they can't even
You got
see
to
it,
get
though.
closer. You can
Okay,
stand
wait.
up.
Yeah, let me do this.
Just bring the mic with you.
Yeah. This is my buddy John. He just posted this, actually. I haven't even seen it yet.
Check it out.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but yeah, he's in he moved to Idaho. So yeah, look at this. This is a 405-pound bench press.
So yeah, he's into the gym stuff right now pretty heavily. He's wearing a jacket, but he's pretty jacked up, shredded. He keeps his body in good shape. So that's why we're kind of looking at gym stuff.
Yeah, it's actually Sethifer Cloud. It looks like it's my username. Like Sethifer and then Space Cloud.
And that's your Instagram account.
Yeah, and that's the Instagram account. And it's just fitness posts and vehicles and little videos of like, this is one that Tia took of me working out randomly.
Yeah. So you said you haven't been approached by anybody to do any modeling. You're on Instagram, but
yeah, it's mostly friends that keep telling me now I'm warming up. I knew it was gonna happen too.
I forgot to open that window.
Got my.
It's hot in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So growing up, you and I, we've been through a lot growing up.
Yeah.
We grew up. You were actually kind of a farmer growing up. I don't know if these people know this or not, but we grew up, farming and ranching, and I rode horses growing up. I don't know how much farm work you actually did when we left South Carolina. I went and worked on ranches with Kip.
Yeah.
And then another friend of the Geigers. I was working on farms and ranches, up until I was probably in my 17, maybe getting close to 18. Yeah. You are now obviously a city guy, right? Do you want to live out in the country? If you were to buy a house, where would you buy it? In the city or in the country?
It would probably be in the city, I guess, closer to, because I like to be closer to like amenities and like the gym and the grocery store and a theater or something, a shopping mall. Like if I'm way out in the middle of nowhere, I wouldn't mind like where mom and dad live. Kind of if that house was like updated and remodeled, that would be amazing. If I could, live there, have a couple acres, you could even hunt if you want, but you're not like super isolated.
Yeah, that's true.
So get some horror movie vibes from it. Like, if something bad goes down, like the cops can't get there in time, your friends can't get there.
That's why we have guns.
Yeah.
Mom and dad live in rural. That's a tongue twister. Rural. They live in the area that's not in town, not 100% out of town, but it's on a really big chunk of land, so it is free of, you don't walk out of your house and have a neighbor staring right at you.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I would want to be. Eventually I'm going to move this studio. I'm going to get a different place and I'll move this studio, and that's kind of the location setup that I want to have.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So you've worked in the oil field, right?
Oh, yeah. That was
Tell these people a little bit about that.
Yeah, I worked in the oil field.
You worked in the oil field doing what? You were on a drilling rig, right?
Yeah, I was on a drilling rig. I started out, and everybody starts, I think, for the most part, working floors, and then you just work your way up. I was going to go to motors or derricks. Yeah. After, like, a little while. I worked there for, like, a year and a half before COVID hit and shut everything down. So yeah, it was a brutal job. Most people, we have, like an 85% washout rate, I think is what they told me. Meaning 85% of people quit because they just can't handle the physical part of the job, and I didn't understand that until I got out there. The first night I worked nights, my first hitch, and it was like negative 40 something with the wind chill, and it was like 12 hours at night. I was just out there, working.
That's a lot of people's nightmares, working on a drilling rig. To people who don't know,
my chest it hurt so much. I did chest yesterday, and I keep moving it. I'm like, I wonder if they can see that on camera.
Yeah, they probably can. To people who don't know anything about working on a rig or working in the oil field, because I've worked in the oil field too. For 10 years I worked in the oil field right out here where we're living right now. To people who don't know, it is the equivalent of, joining the military almost. Like it's not the equivalent, but in your head, like it's an equivalent almost fear, of like the oil field's a massive place. It's a dangerous place. It's a place where people go and you see them, kind of their quality of life just dissolves. You almost see, because we're in such strenuous conditions all the time. You're out in the weather. You're involved in so many things that could kill you at any time. And there's such a fear surrounding it, like, to people who are not a part of it. And then those of us who were fortunate enough to be a part of it, and I say fortunate because the money we made for sure was fantastic. The skill levels that you develop working in jobs like that, the safety factor, you learn to take care of yourself and take care of people around you. That's why I brought up the military thing. You have to be a big team out there. You have to play as a team when you're out there. A lot of people, some people don't, and that's when accidents happen and people die, So we've heard stories of people, like, you were on the big drilling rigs. We've heard stories of people falling off of those things. Like, I mean, all kinds of things.
Yeah, and the board, if you don't, usually I don't think it's ever because of like equipment failure. Usually people forget to tie off and then they go out on the edge and lean over and just fall off.
Yeah.
I was afraid of heights prior to that, and I just had to get over it because I was like, some people can't go up there, they just won't. So they're like, okay, but you can't get a promotion unless you do. So I decided to I just got over it. I was terrified the first time I went up there, and I just kind of played it off, and I came back down. I thought everybody could tell how stiff my movements and stuff were, but they're like, oh, you did great. When I came back down, I was like, thanks, God. Like, let me go.
That's it. That's the best thing, when you can play something off like that, when you're afraid and you just grit your teeth and bear through it, Yeah. I was watching a podcast with Joe Rogan and Andy Stumpf. Andy Stumpf is a retired Navy SEAL, and he was talking about how that when they would go on underwater dives, he'd be swimming in this pitch black, and he's navigating with, a compass and a stopwatch and whatever other little minuscule gear that they give them to do.
Yeah.
And he said he's in this water and he feels these creatures, like, he'll feel like this really big creature run into the side of him and then swim off. While you're underwater and pitch dark, he said, that's one of those things, where you're obviously scared. He said he was obviously scared. And he said you have one of two options, okay? You can, like, turn around and, like try to find out what it was that hit you. And it could be a massive shark. It could be a big, hungry, like a mean seal. It could be anything. A massive fish, like a grouper. Any number of scary things that are in the water. He said, or you could do like what you did on the drilling rig. You could just keep your head down. You can understand that you're afraid. And you can just keep swimming, keep working. Just work through it. You have to keep going.
That seems like a shark thing to do. They usually hit you to test how strong you are before they attack you.
Terrifying. Yeah. I don't like the water. Well,
I thought you went scuba diving once in a dam or something. You told me there was like giant catfish or something.
Yeah, we were going to. I haven't done it yet. Oh. And I don't know. I'm not a big underwater guy.
I watched too many Jaws movies growing up, and now
Yeah, man, it's no. Like, I'm cool. Like, why would you put yourself in that position where I don't like to be in any position where I can't run away. You float. Like, and that's the thing about water. Like, if I am going to be in water, I want to be underneath, not on top. Okay? Because on top, I cannot see. Underneath, you still can't see, but at least I can see a little bit.
Yeah. That's the terror of, like, the unknown. Jaws played on that a lot. She's, like, swimming on the surface, and the sharks lurk. It's on the cover of the movie, too. She's up there, and it's blue, and then it gradually fades to dark or whatever, and the shark's down there.
Yeah. And that's... We've all seen Animal Planet and Shark Week. You know what they do when they have that little shark floating on top of the water, and the shark comes from underneath you at a massive. He comes at a high rate of speed, and he hits you to kind of stun you, I guess, and also to really get you fast, you know?
Yeah.
And we've all seen him come jumping out of the water and grab those seals. One of the most terrifying things that I've ever seen.
Yeah, which is what your wetsuit typically makes you resemble as a seal.
Well,
that black wetsuit.
I still don't understand why it should be illegal to sell wetsuits that are black. You look exactly like a seal. Why are they not all yellow or neon green or lit up? Like, why black?
I'm sure there's a tactical, like military applications you probably have to have like black.
No, for like normal surfers.
Oh, like you mean make it mandatory that they have yellow or some bright color that...
Yeah. Why are you allowed to? Well, you're okay. Just like the COVID thing, you know, we're not allowed to play with our lives with COVID, but I can go and dress up like a seal and swim in shark-infested waters. That's legal, and I'm risking my life doing that. Why can't I risk my COVID life too? You know, like I don't understand. I feel like there should be a law in place where your suit has to be yellow or green or something.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, you're infringing on people's rights, you know, so they can't do it, I guess. But I would never, if I was to go surfing, would you surf?
Maybe, yeah.
Nah, man, I'm
It might
good.
not be. On a cruise ship, I would. Those fake mechanically generated waves. I'll go out there. And
No. You need to go surf off the coast of New Zealand, where we know the sharks hang out
There's
at.
some big sharks out there.
Get those big waves up in you.
Deep blues out there, like that big 25-foot shark they recorded. I don't want to go out there.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah,
man.
that's been a fear of mine for a long time, like growing up, and it was I think it was Corey's fault. Our oldest brother, he because he flipped that inner tube when I was on it in the cow pond that they dug out at South Carolina. So I was upside down underneath the water. Like mom jumped in to save me or something, but all I saw was green because it was just like there was nothing in that. It was just a man-made swimming hole, which it wasn't it was horrible, but
yeah, we dug that hole ourselves with backhoes and stuff, I believe, and then
just dumped a bunch of water.
Yeah, I don't know if we dumped water in or if it filled up with rainwater eventually. I can't remember. I think we dumped water into it. I remember they had that ramp on there, and guys would ride their bike off, and on the back of the bike we would tie a rope with a soda bottle or a piece of plastic that would float. So then you go up this ramp, you jump off, you do whatever trick you want to do, and the bike, you stay on the bike and let it sink all the way down to the bottom, and then they would swim back up, and you'd be able to pull it out with the rope.
I didn't even
remember them doing that. Yeah, I never actually did it, but I remember there were a few guys that would swim in that thing that would always do crazy stuff like that. Those are the guys that should be Navy SEALs and surfers and whatever else. People who love the water to that extent, you know. I like to swim. I'll scuba dive, but keep me in some clear water, you know. I don't want to be on top of the ocean. That's it.
Yeah.
You know? I'm cool.
I'm good with swimming pools and all that stuff.
Yeah, man. But anyway, what else is up with you? Anything new? Would you go back and work in the oil field? If the opportunity presented itself, would you do it again now that you're out?
Maybe. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, it would depend too. I think the pay scale would be different, and a lot of things there'd be some changes after COVID. But yeah, I probably would if I could go back. I don't know.
What do you mean you think the pay scale would be different?
Just because of oil prices change, you know, I don't think there'll be as much money in it. Before we got, wow, that got loud real quick. I was like, well,
yeah, I was trying to get you up a little bit.
Yeah, before COVID hit, when it was in effect. I guess shortly after it hit, before we shut down, they were like, okay, we got to dial everybody's payback by 7% per employee. We all got a 7% cut. And then it was even higher for like the supervisors and manager people or whatever. They got like 20%. It was bad.
Yeah, screw that.
And then we got cut. So I was like, oh, great.
It's coming back, though, I think. Little by little. We'll see. I don't know if I ever want to go back to it. Right now, I'm kind of out of it, and I don't know if I want to go back to it. I put my time in to the oil field. You know, I dealt with the cold, the rain, the wet, the snow, the heat, the mud, all of it, you know, for years. Like I said, 10 years I was out in the oil field, and yeah, I'm done, you know. I've done what I needed to do. I made my money, and I got out, and I don't think I want to ever go back to it again. And whenever we have Corey on the show, I think I'll probably He would probably agree with that too. You know, I think he said he was just completely done.
Yeah,
He'd had more than enough. It's something that you get into. You see guys who are super old in it. You see just, they're still living in trailer houses or campers out in the middle of the oil patch, you know. They look like they've just been back from Vietnam, you know. I don't know. It's a strange life to live. It's the kind of thing where you get in, you get your money, and you get out. I think the oil field should be used to get your money, but do it safely while you're out there, you know, or else people die. But, yeah, man, we're going to get out of here. We're going to cut this video short. We're going to have you back on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll have to come back.
And we'll do some more talking about life and everything else. Who knows? The world, we might be in World War III by that time. The way everything else is going in this world, you never know, you know. Freaking, the world might be ended by the next video.
Is there a cutoff, like, time-wise? Is it supposed to be like, I heard somebody was like, oh, you make a video and it's 10 minutes is like the golden spot and then you cut it off.
10 minutes would be awesome, you know, and I feel like I just can't say what I need to say in 10 minutes a lot of times. But when I go back and watch the videos, I realize I'm talking way too much and I could do that, you know. But, yeah, 10 minutes. Usually my videos go between, 15 and 30. And at some point we're probably going to shorten it down to, like you said, 10. Yeah. 10 actually for people who have bigger YouTube channels, 10 minutes. If you go right past 10 minutes, you get more money that way, from what I've heard. And that's if you're sponsored and you've got, people advertising on your channel and all that. So for us, I want to make sure I have enough time to talk to the individual, and get out whatever thoughts are on our mind at the time. But the attention span of people, if I made these videos 30 seconds long, they would probably fast forward through half of it, through the 15 seconds. Yeah. So you can't make people happy. You either have to push them past their limits, or you got to try to please their, as Dad would say, their microwave generation appetite, which means just right now. This video better be done right now. Yeah. I'll make a few of those. We're going to start making some really short ones, but anyway.
How long is this one right now? What is this?
Right now we're at 22 minutes.
Oh, wow. I thought we were just... Oh.
No, man. Goes by quick.
Yeah. Wow.
That's why a 10-minute video would feel ridiculously short. But, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Behind the Glass. Remember, you want a shirt, if we're still doing this and you haven't sent a video or an email to me, email the show at theglass128@hotmail.com. Whoever sends us our first good video topic for something we're going to do a video on, whoever sends us that first video, you'll get a free t-shirt or a free long sleeve shirt, whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get out of here. This is Seth Jackson. You guys know his Instagram. He's my little brother. We grew up together. It's been a hell of a ride to this point in our lives.
Yeah.
We will catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.